Hey everyone, it's Egwin here from Scope of Life and Beyond Systems. This time we're doing the next progression in our developmental movement series. In the first two exercises I showed you, our main focus has been on the core and torso strength as well as coordinational development. And again, this is not complete. You can do a lot of different variations of those exercises, but right now, just to keep the flow going, I'm showing you the next progression where we actually go a little bit further out from our torso and core and first start to actually use our legs, use our arms, a little bit more conscious in this whole process as well, because that's literally the next progressive step. First, you learn to stabilize the core, and then you develop the ability to use the legs and use the arms in such a way that they support movement of the core. And eventually you gain enough strength and enough stability to be able to do more complex movement patterns like standing, walking, and so on. Now let's just jump right into the movement. We are still in this rolling aspect. We are still talking about rolling, but this time it's initiated by our legs. Let me show you first and then we'll discuss it. Again, my starting position is lying flat on my back. Both legs are gently lifted up from the ground. There is no need to worry about the arms, just have them rest somewhere. And what we do right now is straighten one leg and the other leg rolls over. And then from this position you actively turn to your belly. Now note, both feet, the toes of both feet are turned outwards. So depending on how much I bring my knees up towards my shoulder or my hip area, I also have a nice hip opening aspect here. But basically, the first aspect to roll, to initiate this roll here, is really you just let one leg drop and the other, in my case the left leg, literally drops over to the right side, and you allow your body to be pulled by this leg, by the weight of this leg. So you come over here, and once you reach the edge where you start to roll over the side completely, now you actually use your pelvis, you use your legs and you use your hip to actively turn your hip down to the ground and open both hip joints gently. Now obviously, if your legs are in a rather closed angle like so and your feet are turned out when you lie flat on the ground, on your belly, I'm just simulating this right now, then the opening in the hip is not that intense. The more you pull your knees up, the more you'll increase this hip opening aspect as well. But the first part here is literally just a rolling by allowing the leg to lead. So this is the first part where we start to actively engage and use the hip joint and where we allow for movement that is not triggered by the center, but that is triggered by the extremities. Same thing goes in reverse. So when we want to turn back from this position here, what we do is simple. We turn in the toes, in my case, of the right foot. So the toes of the right foot face towards the left leg right now. Then we lift the left leg backwards. And we allow for the weight of the leg to pull us over back to where we started. So I'm showing this once again. From this position, my legs are up, so this already engages my core, engages my hip flexors a little bit. I need to do something with my legs. I use a little bit of strength in there already. Now I bring one leg out of the way. I allow for the weight of the other to move me. Here I have action. Now I actively rotate my hip to the ground. Normally I would suggest to go further to the left. I'm doing this right now, just coming over here a little bit so I have enough space. And then you turn in the left leg and you use your right. You bring it back here with a bent knee and you allow for the weight of the leg to pull you over to the side. Now this is again something that you can do 2, 3, 4 times in a row in one direction if you have enough space, and then in the other direction. In my case here, I had to shift back because I don't have that much space to go on, and the angle of the camera won't allow me to go further in this direction. So that's basically it. That's the exercise. Do it on both sides. That's the exercise for this week. Have a wonderful time. Check it out and enjoy what it does to your body. Because building on this will go in the next progression that is even more powerful and uses the extremities even more. But those are all stepping stones to develop movement from the core, then to the first joints where our extremities are attached, hip joints, shoulder joints, and then going on to the knee joints. And this is literally building the strength foundation up. Alright, have a wonderful time. Any questions, leave them in the comment box below. If you want to stay up to date and haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye guys.